let's move on now. Well, the government has assured investors of favourable laws to foster more investment in the petroleum sector. Speaking at a cocktail dinner organised by the Petroleum Institute of East Africa, Petroleum Principal Secretary Andrew Kamau called on investors to invest in both upstream and downstream sectors which are still underserved.
Non-compliance and lack of enforcement are a key threat to the sustainability of the genuine business operations in this country and in any country. We believe that multi-agency cooperation in clearing out perpetrators of illicit trade is key. A practical example would be for the ERC to register only companies after being vetted and cleared by the government security agencies that fall under the Ministry of Interior and Coordination. This will boost investor confidence and eliminate the risk of dubious brokers from operating within sensitive, vital government facilities.
The amount of money that is invested on the retail sites, all the good-looking sites that you see. Recently, there's a French company called Rubis that bought Gov't. They brought their money, $400 million cash. That is a great endorsement for this country, for anybody who is going to bring that kind of money into this economy in direct investment. And constantly I meet people who are saying, no, we want to invest more money. And it's never a shortage. People are excited about being in this industry of ours, downstream and also upstream.
Well, indeed, Kenya is ready to do business. Well, let's take a look at some other developing story around the state of roads. And our reporter, Julio Amui, is already at the site of the Western Bypass project with the contractor and engineers who are to work on the project. Over to you, Julie.
Now, I am at Mudhure in Kiambu County, where there is construction that is beginning of the 4th ring roads that will go around Nairobi. And this will complete the completion that will enable people to go around Nairobi, those who will not need to get inside Nairobi. Now, with me, I have Engineer George Ami, who will tell us more on what this construction will entail, how long it will entail, and the people who will be affected, and whether they'll be given compensation. Mr. Engineer,
okay.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. Now, the project is a 16.7 kilometer dual carriageway construction. It's an EPC contract that has been awarded to China Road and Bridge. It's going to be a dual carriageway, commencing from Gitaru all the way to Ruaka. In addition to that, we'll have 25 kilometers of service lanes to ensure that the livelihoods of the community that live along the road is uninterrupted once the road construction is complete.
Now, will there, for the people who are living along the way that will be used to create this road, will there be compensation?
Yes, there will be compensation, but you remember, as I mentioned earlier, most of the road, the entire length of the road, about 80%, is available for construction. And we are only going to acquire land at specific locations. That is mainly the interchanges, which are 7 in number. And that evaluation is currently going on. We are about to complete that. And once it is done, jointly with the National Land Commission, we'll get to know the number of people who are affected, the extent of the parcels of land that are going to be affected, and how much that will be due to the affected persons. Then that will be communicated to the affected persons once it's ready.
What about the services that are affected? I can see there are poles along the way. What will happen to that?
Okay. There are a number of services that are affected along the road. The major one is the Kenya Power transmission lines. We also have community water projects, pipelines crisscrossing the road. We also have telecom. We also have fiber optics. We also have Safaricom. We've had a meeting with them, and we've agreed on the program. and how that is going to be rolled out. And we are hoping that within the next 3 weeks that will be firmed up so that we get to know how much is it going to cost, how long is it going to take them to relocate these services, and that needs to be done within the next 4 weeks maximum. Yeah.
What is the duration of the project?
The project is 39 months, that is the construction period, and 12 months defect liability, just to manage any defects that may arise once the construction is complete.
And how sure are you, or how confident are you that there will be no hitches along the way?
We don't expect any hitches because so far the project is moving on smoothly. The community have embraced the project. The people who are within the right-of-way have voluntarily moved out of the right-of-way. So there's a lot of goodwill, and we expect the project to move a lot faster.
Let's talk about the funding. Who is funding, and to what percentage have they funded the project?
Yeah, the funding of the project is 100% by China Exim Bank, and that is for the construction works. And the Kenya government will be handling the costs associated with compensation of the people who will be affected by the project.